Good evening, and welcome once more to Transformers Tuesday, taking a look at the comic series from Skybound Entertainment and Image Comics. If I sound a little distant, it's because I once again have been battling with where the microphone is and also where the overhead cam is to get us both a decent look at the comic. And I think I might have finally settled on a good method of doing it. The microphone still isn't perfect, but at least you can hear me. And I think I will lower the music just a tad, just to make sure you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. Here we are then. Just here for an hour or so, just taking a look at Transformers issue number 3 from Skybound Entertainment. Let me just shimmy it along here. Here we go. So, we've got this for the wider shots, but Camo took me too long to realise this. Camo can zoom in, so I can give you guys a closer look at each panel, which I think is pretty darn nifty. Poor Soundwave. I know. It's such a cool. I mean, again, I love the covers. I've loved every single cover on the series so far. Good evening, Space. Good evening, Venomane, and good evening, Lace. Let's get gaming. Someone doesn't pay attention to the schedule, do they? Leave our daddy soundy. Oh no. Oh god. Oh why? Yeah, I just think that this, in a single cover, demonstrates Soundwave's effectiveness in combat. Like, he himself can, you know, do whatever any other Transformer do. But what he can do that other Transformers can't, I mean, Blaster can, but nowhere near as iconic as Soundwave. We've got Ravage already out doing damage. We've got Rumble, who's not really doing anything, but kind of just egging Soundwave on, by the looks of it. But then we've got Laserbeak coming out as well. That is essentially 4v1 out of a single unit. And I think that really drives home Soundwave's worth on the battlefield. And I think they've captured that really well in this cover. A very cool cover indeed. As indeed, the entire comic series has been cool. Once again, here is my spoiler hiding mechanism. God, look at that. You can just about see the line there. I could almost be like, oh, where's the comic gone? Surprise reveal. But no, sadly not that clever. Thank you for those shout-outs, Space. Let's get stuck in. We're going to start, as indeed I have started every week so far, by just reading out the names in the artists involved with making the covers, because, you know, credit where it's due. And I think now is the time where I will zoom in. So let's move it just this way, get it nice and central, and we will go through the comic like this, which I think is, again, pretty darn nifty. And I've got the stream preview to help me through it. Energon Universe, Transformers Issue 3. Writer and artist Daniel Warren Johnson. Colorist Mike Spicer. Letterer Russ Wooten. Additional covers by Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. Torin Clark, Orlando Aracena, Matias Bergara, Nick Dragotta, and Patricio Del Pesci. Editors Sean Makiewicz and Jonathan Manning. Publication design Andres Juarez, which are down there. I really need to learn to move the comic in the order that we're taking it down in. Well, let's get started. So last week we ended with the realization that Carly's father is the colleague of Sparkplug, who Starscream. Oh no! Starscream did that on poor Davey, and Sparkplug went to Davey's home to grab a bunch of guns because they're both war veterans, I think. But Carly has also gone home, expecting to find Davey, and instead she found Sparkplug tooling up. So here we are. Carly, please. How did he die? What happened? Oh, kiddo, tell me everything. really great look of fear and yet also despair in Sparkplug's face. Oh, you can't... Oh, God, that's still really blurry, isn't it? Is that a focusing issue? If I zoom in a little bit more. Yeah, it's not great, is it? I think it's because it's not a... It's like a third hand zoom. It's the app doing it, not the phone. Turn up the bass. I know this sounds crazy, but he was crushed by a giant robot. What? There's no other way to put it. It grabbed him and just... What did it look like? Alright, was it grey? Was it red and grey? Did it turn into a plane? Carly, what do you know? What did you see? I saw him. I saw him wake up and... Were you with Spike? Is my boy okay? Tugging at the heartstrings now. But, all of a sudden... Laserbeak... crashing into the house. We saw that Laserbeak was tailing Carly on her way home last week in one of the final panels. Again, just excessive detail, really driving home the destructive nature of the Decepticons. So, impeccable and effective art design. Now, of course, Sparkplug is going to go down fighting. So again, we got Scree. Sounds like me when I'm angry at a video game. Starts shooting at Laserbeak. Get behind me. And then Laserbeak, a little chomp onto his shoulder, and just sends him like bodying him across the room. And again, the really effective motion lines there. Brilliant. Laserbeak much bigger there than I would have thought. Kind of, but then so I think there's some mass shifting going on. I don't think that Soundwave's tapes are normally that big, but we'll get more into that later in later issues about mass shifting. I mean. And again, writing the word of what's happening. Toss. I cannot jump the distance. You'll have to toss me. Don't tell the elf. Cornering Carly. Get back. But then suddenly someone says, "You heard the lady." Back up, laser freak. Hey, cliff jumper, saving the day. I love how there's a lampshade, intact but being flung away. Okay, there we go. And then a nice roundhouse kick, whack, into Laserbeak's face. Again, pretty wicked. I just thought of something. Sorry, one sec. And then if I shift this along here... Ah, yeah, there we go. I've got the freedom to go all the way to the bottom of the page now. Cliff Jumper. I saw you driving away, and I just wanted to make sure you were good. I'm glad I did. Oh. But a really great moment coming up in its own way. Of course, Sparkplug doesn't know the good from the bad just yet. So he is pointing a shotgun at Cliffjumper's head. Again, a real... Like, there's some inconsistent size going on here. Inconsistent scaling. But that's fine. That's textbook Transformers. In every continuity that has ever existed in Transformers, the robots have been weird sizes. There is nothing consistent about how big the Transformers should be. So, boom. Point blank shotgun to the head of Cliffjumper. Get away. And then... It's another panel that goes hard. I know we've had a lot of them, but here's another one. Let me get this over here. Boom. Cliffjumper just takes a shotgun point blank to the head. Mr. Witwicky, stop! And, like, the Force sends Cliffjumper out of the house, saying just "ow" as a result of his injury. Ow! That really hurt. I got you. Come on, but Carly, let's go. And they're back in the police car, which, again, I hope they do bring Prowl into the comic series and that's the vehicle mode he chooses. Because it already looks like Prowl's robot mode. Anyway, so yeah. Cliffjumper just saved them, took a shotgun to the face for his trouble, and is now being left behind. And we move on. Meanwhile, at Decepticon headquarters... I thought you said it would be fixed by now. So again, I can't stress how I love that Soundwave's iconic voice is indicated by the blue with yellow text speech bubbles. I think Soundwave is going to be a real big player in this whole series. They're paying very special attention to him. We have all the energon we need, but the raw materials of this world are still lacking in order to bring Cybertronian technology to 100%. What about the metals from the plant? We took so much back with us. They do not have... Oops. They do not have the advanced compound structure needed to fix Teletran 1. So, for those who don't know, although I'm sure you do, Teletran 1 is the supercomputer which has been repairing the Transformers. It is possible that other materials on this planet come close, but we have not sought them out. And then he says quietly, Megatron would have... And then slap! Starscream has the audacity to slap Soundwave. I told you, do not say his name. Classic Starscream. Getting bitchy about any mention of Megatron when Megatron's not around. Come on, Starscream. We know you're the sub and Megatron's the dom. You're not fooling anyone. But we get a beep, beep, beep. What is it? A priority message from Laserbeak. They found an Autobot. Skywarp. What now? Skywarp's having a little sippy from his little drink. He's having his juice. I love this. I'm busy. Deal with this. I want to be like this in work sometimes. Colleague. What now? I'm busy. Deal with this. Yeah, they've really nailed Starscream as well. He's bossy, he's petty, he's cowardly, he's lazy. They really nailed the characterization in the comic series so far. I would have loved to have known what they would do with Bumblebee, but as we saw in issue 1, Bumblebee ain't here. And maybe he won't be ever here. We don't know. So the police car's arrived with another scree. Why are we back here? Chack. I think that's a good onomatopoeia of picking up a gun. That is, when you think of the sound of someone picking up a weapon, I think that is the sound you hear. It's chack. I've tried using the phone, tried the internet, radio, none of it works. They must have some sort of jamming signal. That's signal jamming tech. We're totally cut off. That means we need reinforcements from somewhere. Sparky. So there's the barkeep from earlier in issue 1. God, that's really blurry, I do apologise. Danny, you been hearing those explosions around town? Been hearing them alright, but everybody's on edge. That's because we're under attack, and I think they've got my son. Way ahead of you, brother. And there's that guy. I told you guys, Metal Man, big Metal Man. That's the guy who was like, I saw a plane in the sky. It came down from outer space. And now he's lined up with the others, looking like a knockoff G.I. Joe there. AliExpress G.I. Joe. Mr. Witwick, Sparky, I don't think they're all bad. Kylie, listen to what you're saying. They killed your dad. He's just generalising. He's not stopping to see who the goodies are. But Spike and I ran into ones that seem to want to fight for something good. I've been in war, Carly. It doesn't matter whose team they're on or what glorious cause they fight for. When the shooting starts, people die. Very, very true. Doesn't matter if you're on the good side or the bad side in a war. People are getting killed. On either side. War! What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. But we're not here for a musical, we're here for comics. Cliffjumper has caught up with them. I think we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. Took me a while to deal with the birdie, but I promise I'm a good Everybody down! Again, typical humans not stopping to consider the consequences of their actions. And poor Cliffjumper is machine gunned out of the bar. Poor Cliffjumper. He gets a shotgun to the face. Now he's getting riddled with just regular machine gun bullets. And then out here, he's like, what the heck? Again? Oh, Cliff. Carly stepping in. Please stop, I know him. But then somebody says, thanks for starting the job for us. Who could that be? Another great image here. Skywarp landing. The red guy called in reinforcements. Get him. And now they're shooting at Skywarp, who is, of course, much bigger. And tickles. And then shoots and nearly misses Cliffjumper. And then just starts kicking around the humans. Oh, man. Oh, and look who's arrived. Optimus Prime. Optimus, look, downtown it's a Decepticon. Hang on, Spike. Optimus to the rescue, as indeed he always is. I'm still getting used to this, bear with. Okay. Damn, Starscream was white. Starscream was right. This is a blast. Skywarp enjoying taking the humans to church. We're going to need some heavier weaponry. Come with me. And then Sparkplug says, look out. Boom. Destroying the bar. Prepare for the black insect. Again, another hard image. The sort of semi-silhouette of Skywarp looming over Cliffjumper in his weakened state. Oh, man. But good old Carly says, stop. Please don't do it. Carly, get out of here. Again, I've got to move it. I do apologise. Please don't do it. Carly, get out of here. Wait, are you trying to protect him? Fuck's sake. Cool. And he gets ready to point blank shoot Carly in the face with a little E power up. But oh boy, we're gonna need to zoom out for this one. Hang on. I don't even know if I'll get this double spread across the table. I'll try. Oh yeah, there we go. Look at that! Get away from them! Optimus just ramming into Skywarp. I love how he's just curved around the truck, completely knocked off his feet. Ugh. This is the first double page spread as well, I think. I mean, in the first issue we had Optimus and Ratchet on that single page. Trucked. Get trucked! And Skywarp did get trucked. And also some really cool like foreground art there. And then this is cool as well. We've got Skywarp weakened, knocked to the floor, and Optimus over here saying, "Get to cover, Spike. This is a fight I must wage myself." I love how he's just like literally he transformed with Spike still in there, and then just let him off. Or off you go, little lamb. And a nice shot of Optimus mid-transformation there, again with pieces of his body actually coming off to serve the transformation. Very, very piecemeal transformations in this. But yeah, this is really cool. And a really great Optimus saving the day moment. But then, he hasn't saved the day, he saved Carly and Cliffjumper, but for how long? Okay, we're back to regular pages, so I'm going to zoom in again. Can't remember how far I had to zoom in. Zoom out a little bit. Bit more. Okay, that'll do. We can't really read it anyway. Whoops. There's my foot. spoiling the view again. Okay. Skywarp already up and about. Self-righteous slime, and Optimus, of course, doesn't have anything to say. He doesn't need to say anything. Oh, but this is great. Look at this. So Skywarp can teleport, and he teleports his fist separately and grabs Optimus in the head from behind. Like, I'm trying to think of the physics of that, but it's so cool. And I love how they've got teleport as a sound effect as well. And just shoves Optimus down to the ground like that. A cool move. Kind of makes me think of oh, I'm sure that there are some moments in like Avengers with Doctor Strange using a portal, or maybe someone else doing it. Oh, or is it the Spot? The Spot can do it as well from Spider-Verse. I haven't seen the second Spider-Verse film, but I know that Spot is in it. I think that's what he's called, the Spot. You like, if you punch him and your hand goes into one of his holes, he can make it a portal that comes out of his head that punches you. Something like that. Really cool. I actually forgot about this moment, and I think they've done it really well here. Because why wouldn't Skywarp use his teleporting ability locally rather than just to teleport his whole self? Yeah. Poor Optimus getting bodied. The Spot usually. Yeah, nice, cool. Spike, not pleased with it. Optimus getting ready for his Energon axe, but interrupted by a kick to the face by Skywarp. Lots of roundhouse kicking today. Earlier it was Cliffjumper, now it's Skywarp. Just whoosh. And there's the beginnings of the Energon axe. But I don't think Optimus gets all the way there. He might have to take a pill. And then we get Crom as Optimus retaliates and picks up Skywarp from behind. And oh god, what's this move called? This is a wrestling move, isn't it? You pick them up on the above your head and then slam them down onto their head. There's got to be a move for that. I know what the suplex is. That's when Optimus got his arms around Starscream from behind and then pulled Starscream up and over his head and onto his floor, onto the floor behind him. And then here's where you know Prime means business. And the axe is fully formed. This is a really cool shot. Yeah, shot, why not? A really cool shot of Prime here as well. You fought hard, Skywarp. Let us be done now. A very Optimus Prime thing to say. You can almost hear Peter Cullen saying it. I can't do... I can do my best. You fought hard, Skywarp. Let us be done now. That was awful. I won't do it again, don't worry. But will Skywarp be done? Well, maybe he would have been if the humans didn't get in the way. Now! And Optimus gets shot in the arm at the elbow by the rocket launcher that the humans have got. With Sparkplug aiming it. So Sparkplug is to blame for Optimus's latest injury. And Skywarp taking great delight in this happening. By the soul of the fallen, they're not just weak, they're stupid. And then Skywarp is pointing his null ray at the wound on Optimus and blasts the entire arm off. Spike doing the famous Optimus! You've got to think of Sam Witwicky saying it from the movies. Here we are at the halfway point. You can see the staples there. They're not just weak, they're stupid, just like you. The poor Optimus is now rendered totally armless. Teehee. But we get Spike starting to approach. Optimus, hang on. Oh, I mean, what can he do? But he's getting in there. Skywarp repeatedly shooting Optimus point blank. That cannot feel good. You, sir, have been disarmed. Pour it on, both of them. Because again, still not distinguishing the difference between the two. confirmed. Sparkplug Wiki is a robot racist. They're all the same. And then we get a shot of the humans opening fire. But what damage could they do? As it turns out, quite a bit. And there's a little spat. Spike shot through the middle. Shot through the gut. By a stray bullet. And of course, Optimus is devastated by that. Spike, no! And then Sparkplug sees it. Wait, Spike? Hold your fire, hold your fire. Sparky, what? So this is another panel I really like. Again, like when there's something significant happening, the background is just a matte color. There's nothing for it. Everything you need to know is just front and center. There's nothing to distract you from what is going on there. Art. But Skywalk, gleefully, is really enjoying this. First him, then you. Oh, that might be Optimus saying that. Look, oh god, look at his like atrophied arm there. That is not good. But we've got a really awesome moment coming now. I forgot about this. It's so cool. This isn't a review anymore. It's just me fanboying over the comic. So Optimus, in one last motion of battle, has once again floored Skywalk. Your kind have played with this planet enough. He grabs his own hand and he's gripping it. A little close up his face, the strain. Oh, we got another double grade spread. I will have no more of it. And he rips off his own arm in one heroic motion. God damn. I'd love this as a single panel, like framed on the wall. Jeez. One criticism, he is doing the Tory power stance, which as we know is no longer valid. It's actually illegal to do the Tory power stance now. You've got to do the opposite. You've got to do the Labour shrimp now, where you just kind of curl up and punch. So yeah, another awesome Optimus moment. But it gets better. We ain't done yet. Gonna try and guess where I need to zoom in again. Maybe there. A little bit more. Okay, that was it. Zwap, 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 zwap. Optimus really spinning that around, running through Skywalk's desperation fire, not really aiming, just trying to shoot, just trying to get lucky. And he just brings it down on Skywalk's head. It's such a badass moment. All the times that Optimus lost his limbs in the live-action Transformers movies, and he never thought to do this. He could have just used his arm as a weapon. But Prime is having none of it. He's just repeatedly bashing Skywalker around the head. You can see here how Skyrim's head is already starting to get misshapen from being repeatedly beaten around the head with Optimus's arm. Which, I think this is a really good indicator in just how dirty Optimus can fight. He loves peace, he's fighting for peace, but he'll totally fight dirty to win. And that, I think this is where you can draw elements of the aforementioned live-action movies, where he is famously incredibly brutal, ripping people's Transformers' heads off, tearing them in half, pulling their limbs off, and just, like, bodying them all the time. And now they've put that in comic form. But you can kind of understand it, because he's incredibly angry that because of this conflict, I mean, yeah, it was the humans who fired the shot, but his friend, his new human friend, who is so fragile, has been injured. and it's all because of the Decepticons' fault. So Optimus is pissed, understandably. Give me your face. Yep, and my foot has once again impacted the setup. Sorry. And then, oh, here we go. We get some nice comparisons here. The previous issues. Optimus, kind of, I guess, checking the body, confirming the kill, or at least confirming that Skywarp is down, and he is. But then off to the side, he is shooketh. There lies prone Spike Witwicky. And we get this sad panel. So again, in issue 2, we saw that Optimus accidentally stepped on a deer and killed it. Which, you know, it sounds amusing, but in this context, it's like, Jesus, yeah. It's not just the animals that are fragile here, the humans are incredibly fragile too. But Prime is intervening. He's picking Spike up. Stop! Don't you touch him. Don't you touch my son. Don't you come near me or my son ever again. I love this pink outline. Which I think might... Is it to convey the emotion? He's like... He's heartbroken, but he's also... He's... Oh, man. The face drawn really well to express that kind of horror and despair. Despair, I think, is the one. And... Wow, here we are at the end. Already. Spoilers. Optimus... Again, with a serious face, picks up, still carrying Spike. Come with me. I'm going to save your boy. And he transforms, even though he's got like half an arm missing, or most of the arm. He makes it work. He's got pieces missing. He's completely beaten up. But he's going to drive Sparkplug to somewhere to get Spike some help. Which we won't find out about until next week in issue 4. To be continued. So yeah, another wicked awesome comic. Having gone through it now for the 3rd time, probably one of my favourites so far out of all of them. I mean, the moment where Optimus suplexes Starscream and the moment where he and Ratchet are like just charging forth in vehicle mode. I'm a big fan of those, but these with those double page spreads and with Optimus like using his arm as a melee weapon, I love that. It's such a cool idea. More letters. Welcome back to the Transformers letters column. Man, you thought the Optimus clothesline suplex combo ruled? How about Optimus bashing Skywarp with his own severed freaking arm? Can things get crazier? Yes, they can. They will. Brilliant. Stick around after the letters column for a sneak preview of Cobra Commander. Yeah, so last week we had a preview of the G.I. Joe comic with Duke. Or it was called Duke. I don't remember. Kind of, again, because G.I. Joe exists in the same universe as these Transformers, so... Yeah. I haven't read the comic. Read the letters. Maybe I should. I mean, typical me. I'm here for the Transformers content, not the words. Ugh, who wants to do reading? But yeah, I mean, may as well go through the Cobra Commander preview. The Cobra threat begins here. So again, I don't know how this enters the story with Cobra Commander, but there's the arc crashing to Earth. Welcome to the Energon universe. I mean, to be honest, this is a great preview as well. Just a cabin somewhere, a cafe, and this guy enters, and you immediately think, yeah, you're not from around here, are you? What'll it be? What'll be, stranger? I have need of a vehicle. Speak now if you can be of assistance. And then this guy's amused. Ha! How the hell did you get all the way out here without a truck, buddy? And what's with the lisp? Smack. Dang circus is in town and no one told us, boys. Good luck, it's cold out there. And he's just dead silent. Still hasn't ordered a drink. Follows the guy. Your vehicle will do nicely. Now, what the heck is that supposed to mean? What you got there, weirdo? Some kind of toy? And then we don't see it, but he's obviously subdued him, and then a horrific scream, and then a blood spatter, a squib. But then the guy, who we find out is called Jimmy. Jimmy, no. You forgot to pay, damn it. Can't believe he'd just take off like that. That son of a... His truck. His truck is gone. Oh, Jesus! What? And she's screaming, and there's obviously implied that something incredibly horrible has happened to this guy. As much of a jackass as he was. We get the little cobra print there. And that's the end of that preview, and that's the end of the issue. That's the end of Transformers number 3. Already. So not even an hour filled up with today's stream. But that's fine. A nice short little look at the comic. Maybe I went through it a bit quickly. Oh man, let's find those double page spreads again. They're so cool. There we are, look at that. Wiki. And then the other one with the arm. Badass. I will have no more of it. Jeez. It would suck, but you could totally do this IRL. If your arm's falling off and you're in the middle of a fight, just yank it off all the way and just use it to bludgeon people. It'd probably hurt as well. You'd pack some wallop. Stick a spike through it. Jimmy just got cobra'd. Poor Jimmy. Poor Jimmy indeed. Anyway, yeah. Transformers issue 4 next week. As already mentioned, I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna raid out for these little streams. I don't think many people come to watch. This is mostly for me and for you loyal Transformers fans out there. This is to keep my mind occupied and to speed up the weeks until Transformers 1 is out in cinemas in September. So we're going to end it here. But tomorrow, Alien Isolation, back in the saddle with some Xenomorph action. Maybe not in the saddle then. There's Rule 34 for that. But yeah, there we go. And don't forget Tomb Raider on Friday. And nothing on Saturday, but the movie morning has been pushed to Sunday. So you got that to look forward to. Until next time, my friends, thank you for joining me for Transformers Tuesday. Issue number 3 of Transformers, issue number 4 next week. Because that's how numbers work. Farewell.